Namaste. God may always bless all of you in such a way that only complete fulfillment remain in us, no darkness or sense of separation from God remain. Only the blissfulness of the being of life, being of God remains inside us. May God open our eyes to see that our being is not our being, it is the being of God only. And we don't ever have any separation. We all are the lovers or the devotees of God, but without being separated from God. It is a different kind of love affair. Where the more we discover that we are not two, the more love becomes stronger. So this is my prayer for all of you. Let us begin now. Anybody want to say anything? You can talk. Yeah, Uma.
Thank you so much, Ji, for this beautiful beginning of today's meeting. It is so beautiful, and actually I want to listen more about this harmony because I feel it is very much helpful. I notice in my for me because it is very much helpful in every aspect to focus on harmony rather than focusing on disharmony inside.
To understand harmony, we uh, need to realize somehow that, like, outside of ourselves, meaning outside of our body, there is nature. No? Our body is also made of nature. In nature, we see harmony, a certain balance. Certain balance which is more like a love affair than like a system created by somebody. It's like a system which is itself love and taking care of itself. So this is the harmony at the level of nature, at the physical level. And our body is also part of that. So it is said that as we become more natural, meaning more in sync with nature, our body becomes more healthy or more harmonious, right? But our body, physical body, is not all there is. There are other layers also. No? What about them? You know, how to come back to harmony at those levels. This how to is what is uh, what we come to in satsang. No? To bring back harmony at every other level, not just the physical only, through nature, we need to come to harmony of the soul, of who we are. No? Because all these levels are being maintained, like the whole life as a whole, as a whole, the whole universe is living in harmony. Like a one harmony is there outside of the individual soul. But the individual soul may not be living in that harmony, which means that the life, the harmony of the life is trying to bring us to harmony at the individual level also, but as if we are stopping it in some way, as if we are resisting to it in some way. No. And mainly we are resisting to it because we believe I am a person, a separate self, separate from the soul, or the Supreme Soul. And we adopt ideas, understandings, outlook towards life which are not true and not in sync with the overall harmony of existence. And that when we live from those actions, when from those beliefs, when we live from those beliefs, when we do things from those beliefs, when we try to stop something from those beliefs, that's what is registering to the harmony, the universal harmony. Like we are trying to stop the universal harmony through our actions, through our belief, through our way of looking, through our way of thinking, and it is not able to bring us back to harmony. So when it is said, just sit, don't do anything, it is not just about freezing our actions, it is about withdrawing ourselves from our beliefs also. No? It's not that we continue believing what we believe, we continue believing who we are, and we just don't do anything. That's going to be more like a frozenness, which is not going to bring freedom or unity with the Supreme, with the soul, and it's not going to bring the harmony back. No? You see? So I found that as a as a summary of this question, I would like to answer like this: that essentially two things are needed to be done. One, that we need to be free from what is not true about us, the self, about ourselves, fundamentally. So we need to discover the truth of who we are first, because without that, we are just going to continue resisting to the overall harmony, or what we can call will of God, which is trying to bring us back to harmony at every level of body mind. So this is one, and second thing is what I can call Pravata Shuddhi, or a activity, a supporting activity to make our energies more flexible, because energies have got frozen in a certain way of person, and they are going to give us hard time when the great harmony will try to bring harmony at the individual level. You see the point? And that happens actually to all those who wake up, that when the great harmony, the overall harmony of universe tries to bring harmony at the individual level, it kind of breaks things too abruptly and creates pain or disturbances for the time being. And that can be avoided if we can make our energies more flexible, more fluid, more melted already through our effort, through our supporting activities. So this is about harmony. Another way of looking at it, or entry point for it, could be, let us remain in the present and let us do everything in the present, from the present. And many things inside us will be highlighted now. Like there are many feelings, there are many thoughts, there are many opinions, there are many desires which don't want us to be in the present. They all belong to that entity or that framework called ego. Because in the present, harmony is present. We can just plug in. And nobody need to really know how to live my life. Nobody need to know how to live my life. Because this is what is the contribution or the responsibility of the great overall, the universal harmony, that it can take care of individual level actions and flow also, if allowed. So, just an ideal picture, which is not true, we have to come to that yet. Ideal picture is that the body mind is flexible, not resisting to the great harmony, to the harmony of existence. The soul is present as an individual soul, carrying a seed of Supreme Soul called the longing. The harmony is teaching what to do, how to do, when to do. No? And the destiny of each soul is being fulfilled through that. But then something happens in between. That something is ego. It resists to the uh, to the correction that is possible or needed in the individual level. of energies, thought, feelings, sense of self, no? It resists. So we need to remove the ego. You know, please understand. And don't make a person out of ego. Let's not make a identity out of ego. Ego is energy. Soul that we are, when we remember more and more who we are and live the truth of who we are, we can identify ego much more as energy than as thoughts or feelings. No? It's energy, not really somebody there. No? So do you feel that you can connect to this?
Yes, totally connected. Very much.
So it's good, good. So you can catch from anywhere. Let us come to the truth of who we are, if possible, and that basically is coming in the present also. Or let us come to the present and remain in the present and function from the present. That will take us to the truth of who we are also. No? And that will bring us back, like enable us to plug into the great harmony also. No? This present is that portal through which we connect or plug to the great harmony. No? And this is what many beings have said, that we are unnecessarily trying to give direction to our life when this great harmony is already doing so. When it is already trying to take us home, we are unnecessarily running while we are in a train and getting tired, no? Or carrying that load on our shoulders, while the train itself can take that weight, no? Like this. It all may sound really little bit, dreamy stuff, but it is actually very simple. So it is this sense of false self which lives on unconsciousness, old memories, and creates a world within itself internally, using the body and all the layers of the bodies, different bodies. So ego does not live in life, it lives in itself. Like the more closed it is, the more egoic it is. The more open it is, the more it will dissolve. No? You see? Like the great harmony will just simply remove it. No? If ego can be opened, like it can be brought into the light. That's why there's a there's the importance of exposing, exposing. Like so many beings are doing this in satsang, that I'm just exposing how I'm feeling right now, or how do I feel right now, or generally, or like what is my fundamental problem. They expose, because bringing anything into the light, which is of nature, which has the nature of ego, dissolve, disappears. So another clue to be free from ego, which is stopping us from living in the harmony, which great harmony can bring us to. No, that is darkness against light. Let there be as much light of awareness as it can be inside us, through every possible way, through our own sadhana, contemplation, meditation, through satsang, also. And then ego, which is actually energy living on itself, does not survive. Its ego is energy inside us which is living on itself and consuming or using all of our layers of bodies, and intelligence and time. So I thank you, thank you. I think that's all I wanted to say.
Yes, you're very clear in how Prabhat Shuddhi and helps in this continuously.
Yes,
It
it
is.
does. Pravasuddhi is like removing the ego without fighting with it. You know, it's like removing bit by bit the ego without ego even knowing that, oh, I'm being removed. Like before ego creates resistance, it is kind of gone. Like it's like bypassing that whole fight of ego. You know, like this. Thank you that you understand.
you so much. It is very helpful to to be more clear and okay, where I can improve.
Yeah, good, good. Thank you.
Ji, I want to check my understanding about sadhana in this context of harmony. Uh, Ji, my understanding is that sadhana is for preparing us uh, to hold, like uh, to hold this nectar, like preparing this, uh, like as if this bucket with holes, the sadhana removes all the holes. It's it, and please share something more about it.
Sadhana essentially does two basic things only. One, it changes the state of energies. Energy means everything that is present. All the bodies, all the layers of body, they are energy, no, together. So sadhana changes the state of energies from more frozen, closed to more open and flowing. No, this is one thing sadhana does, and sadhana should do. No, another thing sadhana does is it changes our mindset, meaning way of looking. So our mindset is like I am the person, I am doer, I am thinker, I am decision maker. And sadhana slowly enables us to see that no, it's not quite right actually. I still do believe because I don't know any other alternative reality, but it doesn't seem so true, you know. Like we start having our doubts now, like we start opening up to the reality a little bit. So sadhana not only prepares our energies so that they can take the shock of reality, because reality is a shock for the state of energies in which we live generally, and that's why the reactions come, no, when we start waking up. So sadhana prepares the energy so that they can absorb the shock of awakening in a very beautiful way, in a positive manner, not like creating pain or disturbances or anything, but more excitement, like yeah, you know, like when you realize this life is like this, like you are the self, you are the soul. Ah, you know, your energies feel excited, like joyful, not excited like painful. You know, so that impact is translated into a more positive, beautiful experience than negative experience because of the preparation of the energies. No, like energies have been made more fluid, like more flowing and spongy in a way, rubberish in a way, no? Rubbery in a way, no? Then like like this. No? But the mind also plays a big role here. It closes down again and again, and through sadhana, that is also opened. So these are the two things which basically, in a way, you can say is like 80 to 90% of ego. 80 to 90% of ego is just this much. The remaining 10% ego is in the self itself, in the soul itself. That soul is somehow just not able to accept that that I am there, and I can directly live myself. You know, soul is saying, no, what about my body? What about my mind? What about my way of looking? What about this? What about that? You know, continuously saying like this, not accepting that I am. You know, so that is just 10%. That's why soul can wake up without touching the body and mind, if ready. But soul cannot have a happy landing of awakening in the body mind without doing something about the energies. Cannot do that. We will go through a lot of disturbances if we don't prepare our body and mind, energies and mind. So sadhana is preparing energies and mind. Satsang is waking up to the truth of who we are. No? Anyway, yeah. I hope it's clear.
Ji, yes, ji, it is very clear.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nishant?
Siraji, thank you. I don't have my regular headphones. I hope it's loud enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would like to share something and like that check with you. It seems that by doing the sadhana and similar like this, the ego thins away, and I felt like it was like at a point where it is still there, but like a transparent. It has become like almost like transparent, yeah. And then somehow we need to slip out of that also to really connect to reality. Like as you said before, to be here sitting on my chair like that, yeah. And I felt that we need, like, the breath can be like an anchor for that. Like if we just live the breath, it will help slip out of this, and just because the breath happens in reality, it seems like that. So by just connecting to breath, it's possible to slip out of this ego at the physical level and be here and now, yeah. Like this. I have a little bit more to share, but maybe I'll pause here and I would like to hear from you and then continue.
My quick response about it is that the subtle ego that you are talking about is something really very subtle. It lives in the one who is going to focus on the breath. So by focusing on the breath, this subtle one cannot be removed. Something else, something more subtle is needed for it. Like subtler than this is needed for it. So it focusing on the breath can remove, you can say, the grosser levels of identification. But the subtler, because while you are focusing on the breath, you are still carrying the feeling or understanding that I am a doer of it. No, this subtle feeling will survive, will not be removed by focusing on the breath. So focusing on the breath is an activity, it's an act, and act cannot completely remove the doer, sense of doer. For that, something else is necessary.
Can I then complete that picture so you can now give the full response like this? Yeah. So that I felt this. This gives a clue to actually, like, I don't know how to explain it also properly. Like like a sense of the breath happening at deeper levels also. Like for example, the prana coming in together with the breath, like this also, and also like my being. Like breath happening at the level of being also, like connecting to the somehow at least a little bit to the supreme, like this also. It felt like that it's possible to go a little bit deeper like this. Yeah. Am I clear enough?
Yeah, oh, yes, yes. So in that way, yes. So the thing is that generally focusing on the breath is a practice known to begin in a way, to begin getting out of mind. And then you are saying that mind is like there is a subtle breath also, which we are using or can use to get out of subtle mind. You know, then there is subtler than that breath also, the most subtle breath also, which we can use to get out of the subtlemost mind. If you are saying like this, yes, it is true and possible. Like there are three things here. One, mind having three levels: gross, subtle, subtlemost. Breath having three layers: gross, subtle, subtlemost. And also attention having three levels: gross, subtle, subtlemost. So you are going to use the corresponding breath and corresponding attention also. If you use the gross attention, you cannot touch the subtle breath. If you use the subtle attention, you cannot touch the subtlemost breath like this. So you need to use the corresponding breath to touch the corresponding breath. You need to use the corresponding attention. So the most subtle attention inside us is that which is used for self-awareness. The same can go out and can give you the impression that I am a subtle self, and can turn towards itself, can discover that I am not a self. I am the self. You know? Meaning I am not a self connected to the body mind or defined by the body mind. I am the self independent of the body mind. Independent. Like independence is the one of the most fundamental thing to be discovered about the self that we are. It is self-sustained, like it's self-complete in itself. It is not referring to the body, mind, or breath or anything about itself when it is talking about itself or thinking or feeling about itself. Like those things are not seen so much. They are kind of ignored in a way. Like they are not in the picture when the self is talking about itself. So this way, I would like to put. Do you feel that I'm understandable?
Yes, yes, right. Yeah. I would say so. When I expressed it was not very clear to me, but listening to you was giving more clarity. Yeah. So I feel that the breath at the level of the physical, and I would say it felt like at the level of the pran are connected somehow, but the breath at the level of the being is not.
In a way, yes, but actually everything is connected. Because ultimately, the goal of the whole breath is for the soul to live in the body. Live means continue living. So the outer breath gives life to the outer layers of the body. Body means body, existence, form. No? The middle layer, the subtle breath gives um, life to the intelligence, to the intellect, to the sensitivity and everything. The subtlemost keeps the soul connected to the bodies, all the bodies. We can say like this. So in this way, yes. In this process that we are discussing, actually is a process of going, like starting from the gross level of ego, going to the subtle level of ego, and then going beyond it into the level of being. Just using breath, nothing else. No? It is possible. It is totally possible, and you are confirming that yes, it is. And that's why initially when we are working on ourselves through the breath, we will not feel that depth of or subtlety of our own being. We will also not feel like I'm very free from the body mind. We'll feel like I'm still kind of here only. Like relatively free, but more here still. And at some point we will feel like, yeah, I'm kind of quite free now. But I want to highlight here one thing, Nishant, that subtle ego and subtle sense of self in the soul are not the same thing for me. What I was talking about initially, that subtle sense of self cannot be removed through any sadhana. I was talking about subtle sense of self in the soul, not in the ego. Meaning I was not defining that as ego. I was defining that as more the sense of self, sense of existence. I am. That cannot be removed through sadhana. Or if at all, I would not like to call it sadhana. It's something else. Because sadhana generally is defined as the doer, the technique, and doing. It could be doing, in this case, so spiritual sadhana is doing on yourself, like using something to work on yourself. Other sadhana in life are, let's say, doing business, making a table out of wood or something. So that is more external sadhana, this is more internal sadhana, no? Yeah. But what if you are just living your own sense of existence? Is it sadhana? It depends on you. I don't call it sadhana. So what happens is that to be free from this sense of I am, or going beyond this sense of I am, either living in the sense of I am continuously and living or going, like say, living in satsang, where we are supported to live in the sense of I am. In the when we are living in the sense of I am and in satsang, the sharings also oftentimes will happen in such a way that you will kind of cross this level very easily. No? Because there is such a joy of living something beyond it. And the one who lives beyond it finds it very joyful to kind of join you here and walk with you beyond it. No, also, it feels like this. So it oftentimes comes here at the level of I am and takes us beyond it also in satsang continuously. Like this is in a way the main focus of satsang, internal focus of satsang. Externally, talk is happening and many things are happening. So you can use this also. So I think we are good.
Very good, Raj. Very good. Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you.
हाँ.
Namaste ji. Ji, I want to come forward and just want to say something. Past like many days
Just a moment.
I'm feeling I'm missing home, like and like you're calling me, and like there is a big mountain in something is very come front of me, and I'm not listening, and I'm trying to listen every time, but somehow it's not reaching me properly. Like I'm listening, like somebody's calling me like this, and it's very much a struggle that time. But today I just come little more close to the house, I can say, close to the home. So can you say something to if in that situation when we are not able to listen that calling, so that situation, how can
There are two, three things which I can share. Like it is very commonly known by the seekers. I also know it now over the period of time that there are energies which get activated inside us, which are egoic energies. And because their very nature is to register to the truth, that when we are in service to the truth, when we are interested in truth, they register to us also. Like they come as if between us and truth. Although they cannot, but they create a illusion that they are in the way. Like when you have chosen to do meditation, just sitting and not doing anything, they will try to make you do things so that you cannot not do, so that you cannot continue without doing anything. When you would like to just sit and see, just seeing, they will try to catch your attention through creating a attractive object in the view. When you just want to just remain without feeling anything else except your own existence, they will try to create a feeling, a spatial type of feeling, which may look sometimes even like the feeling of the self. And like this will attract you or kind of distract you in a way. No? You, the soul, has to find out slowly that what are these things, how they work, and you need to find out that what is my best options in these times or in general also. No, this is the the thing that happens. Every soul feels one way or the other. Many souls don't report because they somehow already come to a kind of unified way of dealing with these things. For example, many souls don't so much focus on ego, they more focus on themselves, which is equal to not focusing on ego or not letting these energies be activated. You know? So it's different for everybody. Like you will have to find your own formula in a way, internally, that what works best for me. It's like if you see the value of satsang and you are not able to listen in satsang, then you will do something about it. No, like this. Like you will do something about it in satsang, or you will do something about it before satsang also. This doing something about it before satsang can be seen as a contemplation sadhana also, like sadhana for satsang this time. No? Like a preparation for satsang, that I want to do everything so that I remain available in satsang and listen and get benefited, for example. So it's all connected to value. How much value we have for whether satsang or sadhana or discovery of truth or anything else. As I said, given many time different examples. One example was that there is a small shop somewhere, in part of India. There's some small shop, many shops like food shop, no. Somebody is selling some certain type of food, and there is a long queue, like uh, like 200 people are in front of the shop, while shop is very small and it's serving like 10 people at a time only, and they are just waiting nicely for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, because they know the value of this food and they know their interest in it clearly. It's a very good example of stability and clarity. It's a very good example of stability and clarity and the placement of value being correct. So they are very nicely placing their value on this thing, that my time spent here 2 3 hours is worth. No? Even simple-minded people who are not spiritual, they know this clearly. Why spiritual people get confused? This is a surprising thing for me, really. For me also. So it's all connected to value, how urgent it is for us also. No? Mostly we all have sense of time that I'm going to, I still have a lot of time left in my life. Many times we may have like this. And that time, this sense of urgency towards truth will not be really so much. It will be more like, yeah, I can do it tomorrow, like this. So these all things are, I can say, I really cannot give you anything specific unless you ask something specific.
During this whole period, I noticed I fighting with this ego ki, like uh, when I coming out of this, then I I will be free like this. So I think this attitude is wrong attitude. So like instead of focusing on myself, I am focusing on my ego part, and I am fighting with this to removing it. This why
Yes,
it is there,
it
why
is.
it is there like
Yeah,
this.
for sure it is. It is correct understanding. Yeah, focus on yourself more. Meaning you have already answered your question. No?
Gee, but my like it is very difficult that time, because I'm trying, but it is not possible. Like
I don't understand that.
I feel defeated.
Yes, yes, I don't.
This
I do
thing.
understand that.
So
That's why I share satsang, to support such people who are struggling in trying to keep their focus on self, and who don't want to be sucked in ego as a habit, because of habit. That's for what I share satsang. No, are you benefited by satsang? You should ask this. No, because you are talking in satsang about the challenges of ego for which I share satsang. It's a strange kind of thing then, no? That's precisely for what I share, Satsang. No? So I really don't understand what are you saying really. Or maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not clear really. What are you trying to say? For this precise reason, I'm sharing satsang, no, for quite some time, no, so that you can focus on yourself, no, and not focus on the ego, so that your mind can become clear, so that your understandings can become clear about what is not what to do, what not to do, where to do, when to do. All of that is covered in contemplative conversations or not? So then, what is the challenge? What exactly, basically, we are talking right now?
The challenge is that that time is very. I'm in satsang, but I'm not connecting with in satsang.
Meaning
It
you are
is
saying that you have decided that I am going to come uh, uh, to the to the river to drink water because I am feeling very thirsty, and I will carry a lot of bottles also so that I can fill the bottles and take home. But when you come to the river, then suddenly you feel very sad. My God, how thirsty I have been, and you get so engaged in your sadness about thirst that you totally forget to drink water and take water home. Are you saying like this? Because then who else can help you except you? Because the river is not going to really tell you, hey, listen, you came here for this, no? You see? Do you see my point? Like here, only you can help, nobody else, no? That when I come to satsang, I'm not able to take help of the satsang for which I come to satsang. Who will help you in this? No? Only you will, no? Your own clarity. No? So I don't think this is a thing to be discussed between me and you. It is a more discussed between you and you, no? I discuss who we are, what is truth of our being, some techniques, some pointings. No? It's mainly my main work is pointing to the truth in a alive manner, so that we can immediately live the truth right now. No, do you see? So I don't think really I can say anything else about it. No, I'm really trying my best to understand what I'm supposed to, you know, say here. Like what is that which you are trying to ask from me, take from me? No, please be more clear, and chances are that we can converse. No.
gee, I'm keeping all aside and I'm just starting freshly to. Uh, so I want to actually know who am I. So
You
I
you you
want to know who am I.
you want to know who I am? Acha.
So I don't face this kind of challenges if I know myself. So I'm focusing on myself, not attending, not facing this kind of challenge.
Uh, meaning you are roughly saying that I want to know myself mainly to focus on myself, or are you saying that I want to focus on myself to know myself? These are two actually different things in a way.
I want to focus on myself to know myself.
And why you want to know yourself? To focus on yourself. I just want to be clear because it's a big thing. It's not a small thing like, hey, can you tell me what is the time right now? Or can you tell me what is the temperature? No, it's a little bit of a deeper thing. Requires much little deeper dedication and involvement in this moment. No, so I'm just checking with you that what exactly uh, you are asking for. No, because without that kind of preparation or being committed to this moment, we really cannot walk together. When I will try to take you to the truth of who you are, like show you that who you are, help you in seeing what you are. No, that it will not work together. That's why I'm trying to discuss with you before we begin. No, what is the reason that you want to know yourself? You want to know who I am.
Gee, I want to know because I always going out of track and I'm stuck in this ego part or ego sense. So if I know myself, so then I can see the like that ego is not me. So
All right.
that is like that's why
So
I
the
just
thing is
feel
like this, that you want to know yourself so that you don't get trapped in ego. But to know who you are, you need to know what is ego. And further, you will have to look at it. No? Are you ready for it? Because without looking at this thing called ego, we cannot really understand or know who we are. No? Do you see my point? Otherwise, it will be just another imagination. I am the self. I don't work for imaginations. I work for reality. Like I really want you to come to the reality, which is where you cannot really deny in any possible way that I am the self. No? So are you ready for it?
yes, yeah, I'm ready.
So tell me what is ego for you? That ego which you want to be free from. Very immediate, very practical,
Yes,
very relatable. Your language, your words. No? Tell me. And everybody can kind of benefit in some way, I feel.
Gia, it's I'm stuck in some stuck in some emotions and some situation. Then I'm not seeing myself like I'm thinking about that emotions or that particular thing continues.
Yes. So let me give you a quick example and remain very connected and live what I'm sharing. Okay. So this is an example that if you take one matchstick and break it, very easily you can no break it. If you take 2, 3 matchsticks together and break them, it will be little difficult. But if you take, let's say, 50 matchsticks, even if longer ones, and you try to break them, you cannot. No. So this is what seems to happen is that when many of the egoic emotions and the thoughts come together, they become so difficult to deal with that we are not ready to get out of them. No. So let's deal with them one by one. And here there is a very important clue. The clue is that when you are troubled, that I'm not happy with my egoic emotions. Are you also not in some emotion that time? And what type of emotion is that? Is it egoic or is it coming from the soul? Actually, even that is a egoic emotion. When we are troubled, oh my God, I'm fed up with my ego. From where that is coming really? It is also coming from that same pool of ego. So in this way, ego is able to survive again and again. So we need something very fundamental if we want to deal with ego. That's why the soul need to have inspiration to be free from ego, not the inspiration coming from the same pool of emotions, you know, which is the case many times. It is the egoic energy shouting, I want to be free from ego. So that's why it is very important for you to figure out or connect to your soul and see that yes, am I interested or not, like this. So are you in the grip of ego and want to be free from them? Meaning, are you in the grip of ego all the time? Are you in the grip of ego right now also and want to be free? Or it is something different? We need to see where is our opening from where we can become free. No? Please tell me.
See, I cannot say I am free from ego, but I am come forward to uh, free from this ego. So
Meaning you are talking about right now, no?
yes,
So right now you are saying I am not free from ego. In what way you are not free from ego right now? Keep it very immediate. Let's do it very immediately. Don't do it in the way of ego, slowly. No, immediately, in the way of soul. No? In what way you are not free from ego right now?
Gee, actually, I am not clear. I don't know. Like, uh, I'm I'm free or not. So that's why I
Then,
feel I am
then,
not
then why
free.
you are saying like this? No? If you are not clear, use those things which you are clear about. No? Like speak that which you really know. No? Is it not part of the ego to speak that which we don't know so much clearly? Is it not part of that ego? So ego state contains many such things like not being clear about things, not being certain, 100% certain about things, and still speaking and believing them. No, what is belief after all? If it is not uncertainty, no, like giving our trust to uncertainty. No, how you will get back yourself or free from ego? That stop doing things in the way of ego when you are trying to be free from ego. So you will have to use the way of the soul when you are trying to be free from ego, not the way of ego. This is way of ego, no? That I am not certain, but I still believe that, no? So clearly understand the ways of ego are uncertainty, dividedness, not being clear. So what are you certain about? What do you truly know? Focus on those things, no? Like I trust that you are clear that I want to be free from ego. This you are clear. Anything else you are clear about? That can be our strength right now. That can be our strength right now. No? And that should be used as our strength only. Otherwise, we are using ego to be free from ego. In this way, we are just giving life to ego more in the name of trying to be free. No? And that's why we just never become free. No? Do you see the point? This is a alive self-inquiry right now. No? So do it that way. No? So again, I will ask you, uh, that you are certain that I want to be free from ego, which is like engagement to thoughts and feelings and emotions, which are of egoic nature, like personal and coming from my past. So apart from this clear feeling that I want to be free from all of it, is there anything else which is as clear as this in you?
Gee, nothing is coming this time to clear. Nothing is coming clear to me.
No,
Ki,
no,
na-
no, it's not about coming or not coming.
uh,
Don't depend on things which come to us. That is like you are waiting for feelings to come to you, thoughts to come to you. No, this model is not really going to help you in discovering who you are. No, 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 no. Not like this. No, be certain. No, be certain about it right now. Maybe it is just a language you are using, and you mean the same, but I just want to be sure. So please tell me.
so Gee, this moment I'm not certain, but I just certain one thing. I want to know myself.
Fine. So this is a better language I will feel. Because that even that language is a egoic language. Nothing is coming to me. The self does not come to you. The freedom does not really come to you. It's something else. That is the language of ego, movement, change, flow. Yeah. So we are just trying to filter out things as much as we can. This is the actual process going on right now. Are you certain about yourself or not? Who is certain that I want to be free from ego? Are you certain about yourself or you are uncertain? And remember, I'm going to ask why about both the answers. So think deeply and then answer me.
Gee, I am certain for myself.
In what way? Who are you? Who is certain about yourself? What or who are you? Where are you? You tell me about yourself then, because you are certain, no?
So
This
Gee,
this you who is certain about yourself. What is your quality? What is your nature. Tell me. Like as they say, tell me more about you.
Gee, I can say I'm here and I'm sitting here and listening to you
These are more
and
your activities in a way, not really the nature. Tell me about your nature, not about your activities. No? Because you are here is the activity actually. You can be maybe somewhere else also. Like you can choose to go somewhere, for example. You are listening, you may choose to not listen. You may choose to talk, for example. So all of these are things which are variable. They are not fixed. Is there anything fixed about you, stable, permanent about you? What is that? I would like to know.
so gee, then I know as activities I am here. I don't know then myself.
No, you should try right now. No? That is the default answer. That's the default answer. Like we very quickly give the answer that I am doing this, I am doing that. No, this you who is doing anything and everything. What is your nature? I am asking. So spend time. No, go deep into yourself right now. Right now, in like few seconds, immediately you can know. So don't accept the default. You are giving me the default answer which your mind is giving. You give yourself the answer, not your mind, no, about you. Because that's the way, again, the egoic way has entered in between, where we are trying to be free from ego. No? So now it is the ego which knows there is a ego in me, it is the ego which knows there is a self in me. And that's why we never become free from ego. No, you should know what is your nature, and you should know what is ego. And then there is no need for being free in the first place, because there is no bondage. There is no bondage. The bondage is called ignorance, not knowing clearly how things are. It's never about removing them as much as it is about becoming aware of how or what they are. No. So don't wait for something to suddenly happen, like blue light or something will open up and suddenly it will be called awakening. No, this is awakening which is happening right now. This is called awakening which is happening right now. No. But are you up for it? This is the only question that you should ask. If you are ready to see everything as it is right now, you are up for awakening. If you are not, if you have sort of an agenda, no, I have to go somewhere, I have to do something, I have to, then maybe not. Maybe you are not ready yet for knowing who you are. Because how difficult it is to talk about yourself. Why it should be difficult for you to tell me about yourself? Talk to me about yourself. Not the ready-made answers of the mind, but your answer. What is your answer about what is your nature? And this one, who you are, when gives the answer about your own nature, has already won the battle. There is no battle left to be won here. This one is already free, and then when it lives its nature, it knows I am already free. I do not need to do anything in the first place. I should not just forget myself, that's all. So don't depend on mind. That's what it means to be ego. Depending on mind. You, the self, is depending on the answers of the mind, even for knowing who you are. You see? No, you tell me who you are, not your mind tells me that I just know that I am here, I just know that I am listening, I just know that I am doing something. No. Please tell me. And don't accept that it's just nothing, it's just emptiness, it's just I cannot describe. No. You have to describe right now if you want to continue this inquiry. This is the part of inquiry, no?
Yes, gee, I want to continue in this.
So then
So,
describe who you are. What is your nature? Not your activities, your nature. Your nature remains exactly same during any and every activity. That nature is right now also. So don't go in any activity or memory of that. Right now, who you are, what is your nature, is exactly same nature, which will be exactly same in every activity that you do. You have done, or you are doing, or you will do, like this. So what is your nature?
Ji, I said I'm here and I'm talking, but I, but I'm, this is, I'm experiencing this talking and this, that I am reporting you. So, so I'm, I'm just noticing all this thing, or and every action when I say this is happening and that is happening. But I am also behind this all scene, and like where I am knowing ki this is happening. Like I'm talking or
Can you simplify your answer a little bit? Because it kind of might be true, but little bit difficult to understand. Can you simplify your answer? As if you are still using your mind to answer this. As if. I doubt it. Maybe not, but well, as if you are delaying, as if you are processing. Be immediate about it. Feel your nature. Speak immediately. Like that. Like, taste the water. Immediately speak about it. Not giving yourself time to formulate things and, you know, you are still as if giving time to yourself for these things. No, that's the way of the mind again. No? What can be uh, better when you want to live as yourself, as the true self, that you talk about yourself in your way, or you talk about yourself in the way of mind? Which will be one will be better? Obviously, that you talk about yourself in your way. No, so talk about yourself in your way, not the way of mind. Way of mind is like processing slowly. No, be immediate. No, don't think. If you are thinking about yourself, it's not something so bad, but it's not going to really reveal the truth of who you are. Truth of who you are is revealed to who you are, and you are right now, right? So don't you understand my question or something? Like what exactly is going on now? Please tell me. Because as if you are still in that sweet kind of slow process, slow motion. Ah, I'm feeling like this. That's also okay, but it's not really going to wake you up right now. You need to be much more here right now and let go of all of that sweet, slow energy. Okay? Like, absolutely don't move and then talk to me about who you are right now. Because you are still depending on the movement of your energy, of your thought, of your feelings to define who you are. You see? You are doing good, but not really that it's going to reveal the truth of who you are in such a way that you can become free. No? So if you want to know, you need to be very totally still right now and then talk. Let yourself live only yourself and then talk. Not your thoughts, not your feelings, not your way of looking, not your known way of looking at things. No? Allow your own original way of looking at things to get activated here by not trying the old ways. No? That's the thing. Be alert about not using the old way of looking and talking about it. No? And as I say, immediate, be immediate now.
Jeez, it's not coming something how to say, and not like if I say something, I say this
Then I will
old
feel
way.
that you should do self-inquiry as a practice, which is going to refine these things a little bit for you. Meaning, what will happen is that you will be able to see your own kind of attachment in a way, or something. That kind of will refine itself, and as you will be more ready, chances are that truth of who you are will be revealed during the inquiry, and if not, when you talk to me next time or whenever the time comes again, it will be more effective because we are not going somewhere now. We are kind of stuck, like you are kind of in that exact same state from where you said first that, okay, I want to know, I want to be free. So we have not progressed in a way from there yet. So we can leave it right now. And you do self-inquiry for this, it will help you a lot. So that is the sadhana part, which will kind of make you more uh, in line in a way, aligned in a way to the method or to the approach of self-inquiry, which we were doing right now also. So that will help you. So thank you. Deepa, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
So beautiful, Satsang. It's like you have given the breadcrumbs all along about, especially about ego part. Wow. It's like ego is the way out. Understanding of the ego is the way out of everything. Wow. But I have another question. So just I want to understand about samagrata and ekagrata. Can these two things work together, or they have to work separately? Because I understand that everything is about balance, right?
Yes.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
So let us define a little bit first for those who don't understand these two terms, no, these two concepts. Ekagra means single focused, like single focused, or like like focusing on one thing totally, like at a time, no? Like this. Concentration basically is more representation of ekagrata, no? Like concentrating on one thing, that is ekagrata. Ek means one. Samagrata is in this samagrata we understand the word sum. Sum means equal. Sum means equal. No? Like keeping our weightage of attention or distribution of our attention equal. And generally, when we begin our process, our attention is more consumed in the egoic thoughts and feelings and emotions. No, and for that time, ekagrata, concentration will work really in our favor to make us free from egoic engagements and to focus on one thing at a time. No? And we should practice that. That's what we call um, doing things wholeheartedly, or remaining single pointed. Like when what we call single pointedness in a way is like a beginning. In the beginning, it is more a ekagrata, not samagrata. No? But then, when more of you will become free, more of our attention will become free from the engagement with the continuous engagement with the egoic and energies, then time will come when you will have more attention than that activity requires. Now, what will happen to that extra attention which has become free in this process? That is samagrata. That is the understanding that I can just remain relaxed. My attention can remain relaxed without doing anything, meaning without being engaged in the egoic energies while I'm rest of my attention focuses on the task that I'm doing. It may look like ekagrata, actually it is not. Ekagrata, another way of looking and understanding ekagrata is that our thoughts and feelings are trying to make us feel or think something else, something totally other than what we are trying to focus on. And we are forcing ourselves, our way, to focus on what we are trying to. That is ekagrata, and that's why generally ekagrata or concentration feels stressful. Samagrata is not stressful. Samagrata is when we have actually started succeeding in making our attention free on a continuous manner, not just when we need it. Then what will happen is that naturally our attention remains relaxed in our system, not really rotating in the thoughts and feelings, but when necessary, it focuses on what need to be focused on. So, when our attention remains more naturally free, like available, like you know what we sometimes call soldier at ease, no, like relaxed but not sleeping, available to do something, not gone in some kind of non-doing state, in a relaxed doing state. No, so the soul remains in the relaxed doing state and does when necessary, as much as necessary. And this, as much as necessary, is a very amazing approach. Like, like always, more of you is available than needed for any task now. And you are always not divided, scattered, or anything. Like your thought processes, your decision making is very streamlined and very very stress free also. It's not stressed. You are not stressing yourself. You are more naturally seeing the importance and value of focusing on what you are focusing on. But it's much more a relaxed way. So one more difference between these two is that ekagrata is always stressed. Samagrata is not stressed. It's relaxed. Through ekagrata, we can accomplish our task, of the day, what we want to do. Through samagrata, we can experience the relax in the soul while we are doing anything and everything. Meaning, while we are still doing everything well, not that we are just let it happen whatever way it happens. No, we are totally justifying, totally focusing on as much on the task that we are doing as much as necessary for the task. Because so much more of our attention is available now for any task. It's just remaining resting. No? So doing things in a focused but relaxed manner is a samagrata. Doing things in the focused manner but not relaxed generally is ekagrata also. No? There is a benefit of samagrata. The meditation is much more closer to the to samagrata than ekagrata. Like in the moments when you will be doing things with samagrata, totality, you will be experiencing little bit of your own being also while doing anything. So when we are focusing on something in a relaxed manner, like through in this approach of samagra, no, we feel relaxed but capable, like very capable of doing things, no. But there will be time when you will not be doing anything also, no. That time we actually discover who we are truly. Like what exactly meditation is, what is the way of being, what is just being and not doing anything. So to discover the being, we just don't need not doing anything. We also need more of the being not doing anything. And for being to be available, for not doing anything, more of it available for not doing anything, more of it need to be available for doing something. So this more of the being is available for doing something is samagrata while doing something. More of the being is available to itself when not doing anything during this time. That is again samagrata in a different way. That is meditation, just being without doing anything. It truly is like this, and we may not believe it that how simple it can be, how simple these simple two, three things can cover everything. But it is actually like this. So now we are capable of doing things in life very well. We are able to get unhooked from them very well when we want to, and available for the next task in the same manner of totality. And we are available for relaxing and remaining as the being also when we want to. Do you see this model? It's just a complete model. The only problem in this model, if at all any, is it doesn't appeal to us. Like any effective model, doesn't appeal to ego. No. We want to do things which just keep us in the ego and give us the impression that I'm growing spiritually. You see? So I'm very, very happy that you asked for it, for something like this. I hope that you are able to connect. If not clear, please ask anything in this context, in this relation.
Definitely, definitely. It's like there are multiple zones and you can zoom in and zoom out at the same time about all the zones. And at the same time, it's like your body is there, your mind is there, but you're not attached to just your body and mind. The being knows it all, right?
Yes, yes, very correct. This is going to be the outcome. Maybe not immediately on day one, but this is
Yes,
the
yes.
direction and this is the outcome. Because when your body is there, your soul is also, your being is also there. When you are doing something, your non-doing being is also still here, and it is still not doing anything. So the whole truth, complete truth is here. Samagrata has become a door, a method, a practice, or a device, no? Like this for it, for coming to the truth, for coming to the complete truth. There is something very magical that is experienced in moments of totality. When you are doing something, you suddenly realize that I am actually doing and not doing at the same time. Like the whole of myself is into what I am doing, and also whole of myself completely not doing anything. And it's just a miracle, really. It's just a, you know, simply just a miracle. We cannot call it anything else. A mystery, but it is not mystery which is hidden. It is a mystery which is 100% available to you. Like one first word and second word both are present and available and known to each other. The first word knows there is a second word. The second word knows there is a first word. They are like totally in sync with each other at the same time. No. By the way, this offer is not for after satsang practice, go and you know experience after satsang. No, right now also. This offer, this possibility is right now also to every one of us. If you just remain total in listening, talking, here, right now, because truth is always here. The one who is trying to see the truth is not here so much. As it becomes available here, where truth is, it also starts knowing it. Samagrata is a way for us to become available where truth is here. Where truth is, no? Like this. So I think it's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I also understand the importance of being robust in every situation because that is also, it plays a very vital role.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, when Umaji was talking about harmony, this is the key, I feel. That just know your flaws first of all and understand those are not flaws in a way. Those are the doors that you need to open. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, it is our weakness inside us, which is more of a call that come here, more of you be present here, and it turns into strength as soon as you are available and present here. Samagrata is just in a way come here and be present and participate. Like one way or the other, we are rejecting, like not acknowledging the need of this moment inside us that I need to attend this or I need to be here. Like one way or the other, we are against it. And as soon as we are here and not against it, the same thing turns into strength. Same thing turns into strength, which looks like a weakness. No? So the key to turn weakness into strength inside us is to be present here, no? And not judgmental about it. Like just being neutral, like, okay, let me see what it is. And every challenge turns into an opportunity. Every challenge inside us turns into an opportunity. It's an opportunity to open the door. Before that, it looks like I don't know, I'm just banging my head on something. No, it's a door. Just don't bang so much. Just a little bit relaxed, not sleeping, not frozen, but also not too active. Just appropriately present here. This is what is samagrata. Not sleeping, not just giving up doing, not doing too much. Just here, observe, notice, sense, feel, and your hand will move and will open the door, and you will feel, oh my God, it was such a miracle. No, you see. So this samagrata is that magic which everybody should learn. I feel generally, and then we will not have to learn anything else. Because all life, like the whole life is living or working through the great harmony, through the wisdom of Source. All it asks us to be present holistically where we are. Samagrata is that method. No? We achieve it by doing, not by just being. No? By being also we support it, meaning meditation is in support to Samagrata. Like this. And what we remove through this process of Samagrata and meditation, we remove dividedness, fragmentedness also. And through that we have removed really all that which was causing confusion, sense of division, and disharmony. Now harmony is here, sense of individual is here, activity is taking place, but it is not causing the sense of division to happen at the level of self. Self somehow still feels I am kind of more of a spaciousness which is one with the rest of the self. You see? In meditation, what we experience, in Samagrata, we live it in the action at the body-mind level also. No? Or if we can live this at the body-mind level through Samagrata, very quickly we can come to meditation also. No? Because what stops us in just sitting and not doing anything? It is our fragmentedness of the decision making, of the feeling level, of the thinking level, or not. When all of that is not fragmented, you just feel, okay, right now, just one moment, I don't want to do anything. You will not be setting your seat, meditation chair. You will just, even standing somewhere, looking out of the window, and decided to just drop yourself out of everything. And you have fallen into the nectar, into the ocean of nectar of your own being. And you are not out of the view, you are not out of the office, you are not out of the actions that you are doing really very quickly. Any moment you want, you can come. But it is allowed to take a break. Every employer or every business allows, no? You are just taking a break for a moment into yourself, not outside, no? And you will feel so rejuvenated, so composed in a way, like, wow, now let my day be as fast as it can be, but still I'm not going to feel, disoriented or I still feel composed, well composed. No? The more composed we are, by the way, the less we feel tired of the flow of life. No? You see, when we are very, very well composed in the heart and the soul, we don't really feel so tired of the activities of the day. It's like fine. It's more like like a play of a child for you. Like, yeah, my muscles are kind of opening up a little bit. Thank you. That's all I could.
Mr. Rajee, um, I couldn't hold myself back because, like Deepa also mentioned, it's amazing, amazing satsang happening. I don't know where to start from the beginning, or right now your conversation with Deepa. Your conversation with Nishant and Pachiji also contributed a lot. When you were uh, talking to Nishant and you spoke about subtle ego and the 3 layers of at every level, I observed slightly there was this thing in me, oh, I don't want that. Like I don't want that subtle, I want to get rid of the subtle ego. And then though you did speak this focus on stay here, and then there was slight, I observed that. And then your conversation with Prachiji reminded me that even if it's there, it's not, let it be. You just focus here, just, it reminded me of just seeing, just sitting. It's amazing. And I also, before I forget, I want to share just right at the beginning of the meeting when the recording starts. The first time probably I heard, it says the recording is in process. I thought that there are two, ways to see that there is the individual has also that memory, is being processed, and fundamentally also there is a guidance happening, which we in a way we say like not really a memory, but it's more like one more thing I is the ekagrata and the samagrata. I said ek and sam. So ek sam is awesome.
I would say you are awesome, no? Inventing new ways like this. See, I totally don't mind as long as you are living it, no? And I'm happy. That is fine. Even if in this playful way, as you are going deep in the truth of these concepts and truth of who you are, it's totally fine. Because it is awesome, really, this model, no? Because this model is what gives us completeness of life. Completeness of life is not just in perfectly functioning in the life in the stressful way, where we get results but never catch a break or peace or joy. Like we have everything which we can enjoy, but we have no avakash, we have no break or a state of being from where we can enjoy it, or just sitting and not doing anything. The other end of it, no, both, no, both, because both are supporting each other so well, you know. Like I want to tell you that if we do sadhana well, it will extend, the sadhana will extend into our activities of daily life also. And our activities of daily life will start turning into sadhana now. If we do just sitting, not doing anything well, that sense of being will extend also beyond the meditation times. It will start entering into our daily life also. You see? So it's the exact same model, it just gets extended as we do it well. This is what is samagrata. Samagrata basically is a literally samagrata, like complete, living the complete truth of ourselves, which includes the layers where activities take place and the layer of being where nothing happens ever. No? It's just nothing happened. Like something happened, like just nothing happened. And whenever you will find yourself in that level, you will feel nothing is happening anywhere in my life, or nothing has ever happened. In fact, where at the outer level you will know, yeah, I'm doing something, I did something, I will do something. And we are the combination of these two. We are the combination of these two actually. And this is such a richness. It is such a richness. Let's not choose half of ourselves only. Person chooses the outer half, that I am doer, thinker, decision maker only. And the meditators generally are choosing the second half. No? I'm just the non-doing being, witness of everything. However, the actions, thinking, decision making, who is doing that then if you are not? You see? So the truth has to be reconciled here in some way, in a beautiful way. And that's so amazing, really. Like, again and again, your actions remind you that I am not the doer of it. You see? Not that, oh my God, I am the doer. No, no, no. Our actions, our doings are reminders that I am not the doer, that I am the being. But only when they are done totally. When they are not done totally, then the being is not available to itself to recognize or to live the truth of who we are, that I am not the doer. That time the mind is able to create a thought that I am the doer, and the being is able to get identified with it by default, like a magnet. Otherwise, let the actions be total and you relax in the being. No identification can ever happen. No, never. It can never happen. You know, identification always happens when the soul is more kind of in a contracted state. When the soul is in a relaxed state, soul cannot get identified. When the energies are in the flowing state, which is the way of samagrata, then they do not create that environment where identification happens. Both the way we are winning, and generally both the way we are losing in the beginning. Neither the soul is in the relaxed and expanded state, nor the energies are in the right harmonious way. No? It's very nice. Thank you.
One thing I observed that when with ekagrata, if we have some, like a clarity that this is what I want, and then when samagrata happens, you realize even ekagrata is just blessing. Where did that clarity come from? There is also, so there is no, like you said, no, there's no doing that I did something. Can't have.
Oh yeah. Actually not. Because ultimately, what is ekagrata? Ekagrata is a more declaration of trying to focus or forcing ourselves to focus on one subject while habit or our egoic engagements are keeping us in the thoughts and feelings. No? But if we continue that, the soul becomes free from engagement with the egoic energies. Then what is there? Then the ekagrata becomes samagrata. No? You see? It's just about that. Like for example, just listening, how it works. This just listening works like this only, no? You listen, but not just listening. Keep listening, keep listening. Like more of you, more of you, more of you. The more of you want to listen right now, the more of you will have to get out of any engagement with anything else, no? Which is nothing but thoughts and feelings of egoic nature, no? So a simple act of just listening becomes a way to become free from ego in the moment, for the moment at least. No? And then we taste our being, no? You know, things are very simple, and as you are understanding them well, I'm very happy. Thank you.
First of all, thank you so much for your love. I feel so blessed. You're a blessing. You're the grace, you're blessing, everything. And you are a magician. Rajee, I was just going to say, I can experience ekagrata and samagrata right now. Right now. Because what I was just saying, I'm just listening to Rajee. I'm just listening to Rajee. That's ekagrata. And in that listening, I'm also now so relaxed. There's just samagrata happened, and you just said that. So I'm like, wow, it's just experience ekagrata, samagrata right now with you. Thank you, with your grace,
Thank you. It's
with
very,
your
very good.
blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's very good actually. I don't know what to say now because it's so beautiful to hear what you are saying and to live also what you are saying. It's not just that you are saying, you are actually living it. No? All I can say is that you have truly joined me. You have truly joined me here in this conversation. It's a conversation going on between the souls. No? I am a soul, you are a soul. I am also like this. In this whole satsang, I am always like this. You have joined me, like we are really truly having a conversation now. No? And I found that in this conversation, is this conversation where we are focused and total. Topics kind of don't really matter so much, but we do something matters. That I speak, that you listen, that you speak, that I listen. It matters. So that we can reset in one sense the egoic old way into the true way of being. Like it is well registered in you that this way is possible actually. Because this way, if registered well, will survive somehow outside also, even if little bit. Like you will like to come back here, even in the daily life. Like, hey, I want to come back here. It's a very joyful way, because like you are at your best in terms of doing, and you are relaxed also. What more we want? Either we are at our best and full of stress, or we are relaxed and worried that what will happen to my life activities, who will attend them. No. Now we have both at the same time. I'm very happy that it's like an internal way of being you are learning here by living also. And you will be more and more surprised at how simple life becomes. Because life is not really about pushing around things. It's more about sensing and letting things flow. You know, meaning doing your part also, of course, but not too much. Like not doing too hard or too much that things start going out of alignment. Because harmony is taking care of everything, and we are just coming in sync with harmony more, so that my hands can also start doing that which is necessary to be done in the way of harmony, great harmony. You know what I mean? Now this ekagrata is not in the hands of a person. It is in the hands of the soul, who is in the hands of Supreme Soul. Like this. So it's all intuitive functioning happening here now, not so much thinking, hey, what is this, what is that? No. It's more being, not doing so much. Like a doing coming from the being more. No? Where we care about relaxed in the being state more than perfecting the action. And then the action gets perfected again and again by itself. It's like this. It is. Thank you.
So much, Rajee. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you very much. So it's a good time. We can end this meeting now, unless if somebody has something to say quickly.
Namaste. I actually I want to bring forward something that I have noticed I had noticed earlier also, but it was not actually noticed. It was more heard and then lost. And that is, there is a habit of being happy or sad at everything. I have noticed. Like either I am happy or either I am sad. And now, this time it has happened in this Goa visit that I don't feel anything. Like, it's like, okay, theek hai, this is okay. I mean, it had to be like this. Maybe it was not for me. Like, I used to think this earlier also, but now it is more frequent. Like, and somehow I feel that no, that old habit has come that no, I have to be happy or I have to be sad because something unusual has happened which I did not expect. So can you please say something on this? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what happens is that as a person, we are not aware of that level of being where we remain same in every situation of life, every experience of life. You know, we are entirely dependent as a person on what impact is created inside us, inside the energies. And then accordingly a response comes which is like an expression of happiness or unhappiness, like this. But as you are going deeper than those layers of energies of body mind, you are finding yourself to be just here. You know. At first it is very confusing for us. Like, what happened to me? Like, am I cold or something, frozen or something? Sometimes we can be frozen also for some reason, but if it is happening in the way you are speaking and observing, it is not frozenness. It's just relaxed state of the being. Like this is what is sum, no? Sum means remaining in the same state in every climate, every situation, every experience of life. No? This is supposed to be the greatest attainment in spirituality. To remain same, not happy or unhappy. No? Because this is what makes us free for who we are. Generally, we are continuously concerned about unhappinesses caused by the daily life, by living of life, and trying to convert it into a happiness. No? So our engagement is endless here. But once we are relaxed in this state, or when we are fortunate to have experienced it in a way, no? Like you are experiencing, now that as if our doors have opened up for our own reality, which is not really changing, but it is something so amazing actually. Like if we have not lived the truth of who we are, even if for a moment, we have not known yet what is joy actually, what is truth, what is bliss. The profoundness of joy is such here that you may feel very cool, like just not moving anything like. But you are so joyful, so intensely joyful internally, it's like this. So even if somebody has reached in the spirituality, it is said that even if somebody has reached to this state where they have become, for them, happiness and unhappiness became same, it's a great attainment. It's like being free from mind or ego. Even if they have not reached to the bliss of their soul yet, which is like a same thing. Like a bliss does not have a opposite of it. Happiness has opposite. And unhappiness has opposite of it. When we reach to that zone of our being, which does not have a opposite, then we also don't have different kind of responses for different kind of experiences. We have a singular, similar, same response for everything. You see? So it's a practical experiential reality that you are talking about. But because our mind is not, it has not evolved around the non-dual experiences or knowings, that we are confused that where is the opposite of it, or and when it will come. We are still as if waiting that something of the opposite will come for sure. No, it will not. This is the same exact confusion also when discovering the truth of who we are. that we just keep waiting that something else will come. No, nothing else will come. That's all. You are that. That's all. You are that. And every one of us is that right now. And we are just not able to live it because of this model, this way of looking, that mindset, that something else is there. I am there and I am going to meet a self. No, you are the self. You are not going to meet the self inside you. You are the self. You stop waiting for it and start living now. You see the point? So same mistake happens, like we continued in the dualistic manner. There's something in front of me will appear inside me. It will not. You are that. So when, let's say, when a experience of yourself happens inside you, which one you will choose? Experience or the experiencer? Yourself? No? Experiencer, yes. Because even the experience of the self was not there, but you were still there, who experienced happiness and unhappiness. And this experience of the self may not be there, no, it will be gone one day, but you will still be there. This you is the permanent truth, the self. No? It is so immediate, it is so available to every one of us, we are just not noticing it. We are denying in some way. No, 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 no. There are no great experiences happening. It doesn't mean, it means that I'm not living my truth yet. No. You see what I mean? I think it's wonderful. I'm very happy. Thank you. I found that the more urgent it becomes for us to live the truth in a way. Urgent not in the sense of agitated maybe, but urgent in the sense of joyfully interested also. The more we are ready to simplify the whole process of discovering of truth. Like we are more ready to be immediate about things now. Like I don't want to go the long way. Can something happen right now? And everything, something happens right now always. You know. Discovery of truth does not happen in satsangs only. You know. When you are ready, you are walking, you are doing something. Something strikes you. You know. You feel, oh, what is this? I never saw in this way. You see. It's just about our readiness and kind of receptivity in a way for the message, for the pointing, that you turn toward the right place or right thing and you look and see and discover. I found that mm, the biggest challenge, or that the focus, or you can say the the goal of spirituality is not really some so-called enlightenment. Really, it is not. It is more a egoic idea about it. The goal of spirituality is to bring the soul into peace, into joy. You know, because the soul is agitated, soul is restless, soul is not living. No, the soul not living, agitated, restless is what is suffering. There is no there is not a particular thing called suffering somewhere. The whole of the soul not able to enjoy any experiences. This is suffering, no? And bringing the soul back to its harmonious, peaceful, joyful state. This is the focus of spirituality, really. No? Not some enlightenment. What will happen with that enlightenment if the restlessness still lives? No? You see? And because of not being clear about what exactly I want to gain, I want to come to, we keep focusing on the wrong things. That those kind of lights and changes in my chakras and bodies have not opened up. It means, no, even nothing has opened up and you can be peaceful. So peaceful that, just a hypothetical situation, that the enlightenment will come to you with folded hand, that can you embrace me please? You can be so peaceful, so very, very peaceful. so silent, so joyful, like nothing changes anything in you anymore. You are a joyful silence, you know, not requiring anything from outside anymore, like a self-sufficient, joyful silence. And if and I will ask you that has your ego gone somewhere? You say, I don't know. Looks like those kind of thoughts and feelings are still there in me, but somehow I'm not bothered by them anymore. Because I'm not paying attention to onto them. I'm more paying attention to this joyful silence that I am. You see. And once we are clearly absorbed in this joyful silence that we are, the ego follows. Our tendencies will follow. They will surrender to us. All of them. All of them will surrender without you doing anything about it. Like one of very beautiful teacher said something like this, that once you get absorbed in the heart, at some point mind will come with folded hands to surrender itself to the heart. And this is such a beautiful thing. Through the heart breathing, come to the heart, but stay here for sufficient amount of time. Mind will follow you. Mind will follow you. You don't have to try to remove the mind from you. No. Meaning, we don't need to remove the negative in a way from our system. We just catch the positive, focus on the positive, keep living the joyful, and the opposite of it disappears, merges, synchronizes, and becomes one. You know. We generally think that there is one thing called ego inside me, there is another thing called self inside me. No, this way of looking is egoic. That there are two. This very way of looking is egoic, that there are two, because there are not two. You see the point? So we always keep looking at ego, not realizing that our very way of looking is egoic. It is behind our eyes, not in front of our eyes. No? But do you need a way of looking to live the truth of who you are? Do we need a correction in our way of looking when we are just closed eyes? No, that applies only when we look out. When we are not looking out, doesn't matter what type of way of looking we have. You see? We are not looking in, we are just closed eyes. Meditation is not looking in, it is just closed eyes, no? Just relaxing in the self. No? And it may sound very strange when the self chooses to relax. It is not that all of my problems have solved, so that's why I'm relaxing. No, all of them are there, I'm still choosing to relax. Because I have found a way to access it, to come to it. And those who keep waiting for solving the problem, they just keep waiting. But this is the way to solve the problems also, by the way. Because those problems are mainly reports coming out of agitated state, restless state of the self. And the self becomes peaceful here. कई दिनों से शिकायत नहीं जमाने से. There is no complaint from the life for many days. This is that state. Like, yeah, these are the problems. Yeah, it's okay, I think. Let it be. When you are happy, when you are joyful, And this being joyful, happy is directly possible, not indirectly through trying to solve the problems. I don't mean that we should not solve the problems, but we can be parallelly joyful and solving the problems at the same time. No? And I'm sure we can solve the problems much better when we are joyful, because we are much more kind also. We are much more in sync with the great harmony also. Like we don't do things which go out of harmony. Oh, thank you. I think very good. Thank you. This whole thing in generally speaking, is a very small thing, but very big. To understand, to live it, very simple. But the power of it is so much. Uma, you want to say something?
Yes, see. I want to talk about and I want to listen from you freshly about contemplation at every level, like at when I am in personal state, uh, how it can be, how I can start contemplation and how it can be benefited at personal state and at individual state. And then when I am living as being, then how it can work for me now.
So the person state is the most, in a way, divided state of the soul, of the being, no? And the individual state is a more undivided or less divided state of the soul. Soul state is the fully undivided or not at all divided state of the soul. Okay. So here the dividedness and undividedness is the main difference. And contemplation can be used to correct it. So person is not like a out, person is not something out somewhere. Like then there is a layer of individual and then there is a layer of the self, soul. No. The soul, when very divided, is too much out of itself. That is called being a person. When a soul not so divided, then it is more connected in a way, or at least feeling its own being, and not so lost and able to perform well in the daily life and everything. It is that state in between, like individual, not so much of a person. No. So contemplation can be used for this purpose. Different things are used. Meditation is also used for it. Meditation is more directly testing the undividedness of the soul without just thinking about anything else. Let me just put everything aside without trying to solve anything. Without trying to solve the dividedness, let me test the undividedness directly. This is what is meditation. But it appeals to some and it doesn't also to some other. No. Meaning, particularly, if it is not working for us, then contemplation can help. So, contemplation can basically be used at the activity level where we are. We are active, meaning we are divided as a person. Then, here we need to come to some kind of common ground. Like we can start checking common patterns, for example. No? Like what divides us or what brings us to undividedness. We can start noticing common patterns here. The first most important thing that we can notice here is that I am the thinker of all of them, all of the thoughts. No? As soon as we start noticing it, like we don't need to meditate about it. We can continue in this contemplation, observing our patterns and something common in them, while we can keep in the background a awareness that I am the single and same thinker of all of them, at the thinking level only. So when we are able uh, to notice continuously that I am the same thinker of all of my thoughts, we have started coming to the stability, a stable ground. This is what I call one. Like I have shared a framework called 2110. 2 is that state where we are too divided as a person. 2-1 before that, like after that, is a state where still in the person state but not so divided. Through contemplation, no? We are able to observe through. Basically, contemplation is a method of the method for the thinker to become aware more, like a more aware thinker. Contemplation basically makes the thinker more aware, and then it discovers that I'm not so divided really myself. My interests are maybe divided. My thoughts are divided, but myself is one single one who is divided in many things. No? So it is coming from two to one position now. Then there is one more possibility of this one coming deeper at the individual level, what you are calling, that it is start feeling that actually all of my experiences are one thing and I am another thing against them. This is what is the heart level, when it feels that I am actually the experiencer of everything, same experiencer of everything. Then this is where it comes from 2 to 2-1-1. Single experiencer of everything. Because experience is the main thing, not really uh, thinking about anything. We are thinking to experience, not we are experiencing to think. No, you see. So basically, the outcome, or you can say the the main product of life that we want is experience, not thinking about it. Sometimes it could be joy to think, but mainly we are thinking to experience anything. No? Now that you have hold of experiences, you know, and the single experience, then we are not confused or divided by thought. We cannot be divided by thoughts anymore. A thought which does not promise any experience, you will simply not attend it. Not even, we will not even see it also. We see or get involved with those thoughts only which promise in one way or the other correction in our experience, in our favor, as per our preference. No? So contemplation at the level of mind is a discovery that I am single thinker of all of my thoughts. It is at the heart level, it is a discovery that I am the single experiencer of all of my experiences. So we have come to 2-1-1 now. And this who is experiencer of everything, when it starts experiencing itself, discovers the truth of the soul that we are, which is zero, formlessness, nothingness. Like we are being, but being without being anything, or being without being anyone, essentially. But we are appearing as someone right now in the body. So we are zero, but living as one when in the body. No? But we are going to discover that I am the one and I am the zero at the same time. No? Like this. So contemplation helps in this way. Do you feel that um, I am able to cover, I could cover everything that you wanted to?
Yes, very much. Very clear and very well explained. You share this, and it is very clear to me.
So we were talking about fundamentals of contemplation in a way. Now there can be contemplative practices in a way. No? Like we can find out something, create something, either ourselves or somebody else can do it for us. No? Like like one single statement can bring so much changes in us. For example, like we can just sit and ask ourselves what I'm thinking right now. Just one single statement, one single question, what I'm thinking right now. But don't think about it. Don't think about what I'm thinking right now. Even if we think about it, it's going to refine. Like, it's like all over the place. Thinking is all over the place, and it will just become more synchronized and more sleek and compact in a way. By just thinking, even thinking that what I'm thinking right now. What I'm thinking right now, what part basically brings more awareness into the thinking activity, and which makes it more sleek and compact. So what I'm thinking right now. And of course, we cannot hold on to this thought that what I'm thinking right now. So sometime we will be able to hold, and sometime we will slip out of it again into that usual way of thinking. And that is a very good combination, really. Don't feel bad about it. It's a very good combination. Because when you are holding the thought, what I'm thinking right now, you cannot think anything really. So you will be say nothing. No. Then you will lose yourself in a way, lose that awareness or stability of sphere into usual pattern of thinking. But that time, this awareness which has been additionally attained by you will remain here, will survive here, will enable you to be more conscious thinker while still caught up in the patterns of thinking. No? So this, for example, can work as a very beautiful way of contemplating what I'm thinking right now. No? So this is one of them. We will find different. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is very clear, and I want to more listen about at the experiencing level, at the heart level. Can we do this practice at the heart level also, like uh, while experiencing? Can I am not clear about this, but you can share.
Yes, it can be done. So the goal of this contemplation at the experience level, heart level, is to make the experiencer free, like a free experiencer. Right now, the experiencer is not a free experiencer. It is a more influenced experiencer. It gets influenced by the experiences. And that's a very strange kind of state, that the experiencer experienced happiness and it got influenced by happiness. Now it is seeking for happiness only. Now even just a plain simple silence, which is absence of happiness, looks like sadness. I want happiness, I want that back. No. And now it is not able to enjoy that silence, which is actually necessary so that the system cannot burn. It will otherwise burn out. Our system will burn out if it continuously keep living in the peaks of happiness. No? Or when some negative experience the experiencer experiences, it becomes negative. Like it becomes, its attitude becomes negative. You see what I mean? No, the attitude of the experience should be no attitude, like free, like just no attitude. Let me experience whatever it is. So we need to make the experiencer free. We can do contemplation. Like for that you need to separate the experiencer from the experience. That's the only thing which will work really. Here, changing the experiences will not work. Being more aware that I am the experiencer will. No. So when you are experiencing anything, separate yourself from the experience. Like anything you are experiencing right now, you separate yourself from the experience. Not separate like really stretching out, but separate in the sense of being aware. Is it not true that I am something which is experiencing something else? No? This something else which I am experiencing is here right now and will be gone. But I will not be gone, no? Yeah, I will not be gone. Like you will feel like, yeah, I will not be gone. So this self-awareness or the awareness of the experiencer is what is the attainment, at this level of heart. Then the experiencer actually can enjoy experiences truly. Because the experiencer generally is not able to enjoy deeply experiences because it is afraid that they will stick to me if I go too close to them. No? But now they will not stick to you. You know that now. So this is that one way to make the experiencer free at the heart level. No? Like a pure experiencer, pure experiencing. Pure is important part here. Pure means nothing mixed. Nothing mixed in the experiencer and nothing mixed from the previous experiences also. Pure experiencing means nothing of the previous experiences mixed with this experience as much as possible. Then this can be an amazing experience, like a flower. Every experience is like a flower now, even if flower of sadness. While the experiencer is pure. That's why the sadness will not stay. It will not stay. It will be lived and left behind. Behind in the sense that this sadness will drift away, will just go somewhere, will be replaced by some other experience. And you will start discovering the very mechanism how experiencing functions or how things appear inside and disappear. No? also. So this is what is possible, I feel, generally.
Thank you so much. Very clear. And also, I noticed that when I experience like this, then I'm total also in experiencing whatever, even pain,
Yeah.
like
Total.
emotional.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Total means total of you. Whole of you is what is total. No? Like generally, whole of ourself is not facing any experience. We want to be total in experiencing happiness, and we want to be totally absent from experiencing unhappiness. And for that main reason, we are neither total in the happiness nor in unhappiness. You see the point? So this experience is called conditioned experiencer, who is choosing continuously, who has conditions in experiencing, who has too much strict preferences, like unhappiness, no, happiness, yeah, like this. So this experiencer is experiencing stickiness in experiences, not because experiences are sticky, but the experiencer is in this case a little bit too having too tight, preferences. And this is where this experiencer discovers that when sadness happens, when I experience sadness, I don't become sad. Meaning I don't become sadness. But also, when I experience happiness, I don't become happiness. Or I don't become happy. My nature remains same. Always same. No? And then you will discover what is your nature. Which is joy. Which is a joyful silence. Joyful silence. And it is like a ocean of joyful silence. It's not like a drop of joyful silence. Like every one of us is like a ocean of joyful silence. How does it matter what passes through you, like what you experience? How does it matter? You, ocean of joyful silence, will not turn into green or blue or anything, no? In the color of sadness or happiness, no? No, that just makes no difference. Your water remains pure and empty and white only, no? Let's say white is the color of pure water. This is a state where the experiencer allows the experience to open up fully inside its space also, because it doesn't have a fear that the experience will color me temporarily or permanently. No? So thank you. I think it's good.
Thank you very much. It is very clear. Thank you.
Very amazing conversations happening today.
Namaste ji. Ji, I wanted to share something which I came across today only. This incident I'm linking first. I'll tell the first so that I can link it. Ji, in the morning when I woke up, and I'm in a different posture today, so suddenly the mind came and says, "Oh, you did something wrong." And for few seconds, I went down, and suddenly I realized, but I'm just waking up. How can I be wrong? And same, I'm just telling you, same incidents as happened after a few hours. Something happened. And somebody said, "Oh, something wrong by your end." And I felt close and I felt like down. Then I was thinking, oh, it's my fault. And then I check, there is no my fault. And it's something. And then I found mind is always like immediately. The past, the pattern comes and click and hold, try to hold it. And I wanted to bring it to your light.
Yes. Actually, what happens is that the personal way of living life is mainly connected to what we are experiencing, makes us what we are, who we are, or what we are doing defines us who we are also, in a way. No, I'm not saying that we should be responsible or anything. We should be very responsible, but especially towards life and everybody else. But this is there's a blind spot here. I read some saying somebody said, and which is a very insightful thing, that failure is never a person. It is an event that happens in a person's life. And this is what I'm trying to say, not about a person now, about a soul. Soul does not change just because it has failed in doing something. And we are continuously identified and not living the truth of who we are because I'm failing, I have to succeed. And maybe our success is also waiting that once you start living the truth of who you are, you will start succeeding maybe. Then we are caught up in a catch-22. No? It is possible to make mistakes, it is possible to correct them also, but why we should not live the truth of who we are? While we have made mistakes and saying, let's say, sorry to somebody or correcting it. No? Do you see? So, as if there is a sort of a strange kind of hypnosis living inside us, which is just dictating in every possible way that do everything else but don't live yourself. This is what is ego. So whatever we call it, energy, hypnosis, whatever we call it, but this is there, it's a fact, No? And I'm very happy that you are noticing it now, that no, I will not close down again. Remain open to yourself, remain open for mistakes, remain open for correction. And you will be so happy actually. You will be joyful soul learning, let's say, in life. Let's say you have not done some things and you will learn them. No?
Something that this change which I can feel now in just few days is just because of this satsang, because of you. If I say
Meaning,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
you so much.
I was not clear then. Are you asking or telling? Yeah, thank you. It's good. A soul can learn from another soul much faster, really. Like directly when we kind of live truth together, very fast to learn. So, it's no surprise for me, but good that you notice. Thank you. That's why in satsang, if we try to just think what is being shared, we are really not going to get much out of it. We need to live also what is being shared, no, right now. And even if we don't think about what is being shared, if we just live, we are really doing very well. It is the soul which has to learn that I am the soul, and not the mind, and not my thoughts, and not my confusion, and not my feelings that I am not the soul. You see? Awakening is not about changing our thoughts and feelings or patterns or anything at first, upfront. It is about waking up that I am not any of them. And which can be done very directly, no? I know. It looks like, no. What are you saying? No, it can be done directly. Satsang basically means we are living the truth of the soul continuously together, no? Also, yeah. So thank you. It's good.
Which I wanted to bring into your light, that in last few days, sometime there is no feeling of joy or something, and then mind tries to create also, because it feels that you should be on the heart and you should be joyful all the time. And when you said to Umaji that you are the silent joy, ocean of joy, then it struck why I am thinking that with where is the joy? Why I am thinking?
It is part of that old conditioning or programming, no? Yeah. What we are trying to solve in a way is a very ancient problem, no? It's not a new problem really. Like, okay, this in this millennium it is happening. Not really. It's a very ancient problem that we are trying to solve.
Morning I was listening Guru Nanak's there's this Ek Omkar, and in that he says Soche Soch Na Hoy. It means 500 years back also they were so thinking.
How nice to see. Yeah. I'm feeling a little bit kind of shifted to a more deeper space of being right now because of your words of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And I'm just going to maybe speak a little bit and then we will end this meeting. Thank you. We don't need to become free because we are not bound. Bondage implies that we are separate from God, and so does the freedom. Neither we met or united, nor we got separated. The prisoners of love were never set free. No. Prisoners of love were never set free. We all are souls, in a way prisoners of love. But we are not really separated from Supreme Soul. So, taking too much individual level responsibility of being ignorant and not aware of who we are is also a way to remain ignorant. No. Allowing to open our heart for the light of God, for the oneness, unity, harmony, is a way to, let our soul meet, touch, and become one with that who is harmony itself, who is love, compassion itself. I cannot hold on to you, oh my Lord, because I am like nothing. You are like vastness of the love and truth. But I invite you that you hold on to me and to everything of me. Like you show me your presence in all of my body, all of my body's layers, thoughts and feelings. I am ready to be completely absent at every level of my body, thoughts, feelings. I am ready to vacate this house now for you, not for anybody else, just only for you. So please come and take over. I don't say that sadhana will not work or effort will not work. They have their own place and they do some work. But when everything has worked and yet there is a separation left, then this, what we are doing works. The last thing, prayer. This time we are not really doing something, we are calling the Lord. No? But not from outside, but from inside. No? Because now we are knowing that the very essence of my own soul is that Lord. I am just having an illusion that I am separate. And we are just praying that I don't want to have this illusion anymore. Not that you don't own everything of me and my life, but I don't want to have the illusion that I own anything or I am separate from you. Please remove me from myself, make me free from myself. No? मुझको मुझी से कर दे रेहा. No? so that I can live fullness of your being, bliss, beauty, truth, love of what you are. This is where the experiencer has surrendered itself to the experience of God. That even at the cost of not surviving the experience, I want to experience you. Before that, experiencer is trying to save itself in one way or the other. Even in the name of I know what is God. At some point, this separation from God will become unbearable. That's why devotion is the last step towards dissolution and merging with God. Last step. Before that, there are things like Jnana Yoga, no? Or Karma Yoga, no? Like this, effort, understandings, realizations, all of that is there. But in the end, it's a very simple, innocent thing. It's a very innocent thing. Like you don't need to know anything. You don't need to. Every soul has a pain in their heart, pain of separation from God, and just sitting in that pain, calling from their God, come, please help me. It's unbearable. No? And God does come and remove all the darkness and all the sense of separation, but also it removes you as a separate self. You remain, but not as what you were believing so far. Only He remains now, not you. Thank you, Prajot, for inspiring like this. Thank you, everyone, for joining this meeting today. God bless you all, always, always, always.